Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna get real weird with it.
Let him watch.
Well put. Thank you very much, sir.
Hit it.
Yeah!
Hello, good evening, welcome. Come on in, get yourself something cold to drink, get a comfortable seat. We're starting the show. First up, we got...
Who's there?
I'm Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jeff.
To meet you.
Jeff.
Who can it be?
Jeff? Jeff.
Who the hell is that guy?
It's Jeff.
Hey, Mikey. Hey, everybody. How y'all
buddy?
doing? I'm
How
good.
are we?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
How are
Let's
you?
hope. Well, I'm doing pretty good. Let's.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a good show. To do that, we need one more.
Who's there?
Zach.
Zach. Who can it be?
What's your name?
Zach. I want you, Zach.
Zach, like Zach Morris.
Who the hell is that guy?
Zach. Jesus Christ, Zach.
Ooh.
2025 production.
Going great.
Bringing the heat tonight. 2025, first show of the new year, gents.
Day 2. Let's
For
make a
sure.
record for 2025 right now.
We're
Pick
We're
my
So
Great.
far, we're doing great.
picture's still shitty. Been talking to Cox all day long. Super cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You look good on my end, brother.
Studio crystal clear. Live stream.
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Again, it
Yeah.
only get better. 2025 only gonna get better.
That's right.
Chat, how the hell you doing, chat?
Shooting for the stars, people. Shooting for the stars. Well, tonight we're doing the soundtracks of our lives. Soundtracks, scores, all of the goods. Not theme songs. Theme songs we kind of set aside. That's kind of its own thing.
Yep.
You know, this is complete soundtracks is kind of the thing I was hoping for. I don't know if you guys went with that, but like full soundtracks.
Yes.
So that is going to be the meat, but you know, we've got things before that, right? And yeah, we're ready to GTFO, shall we?
We shall.
Let's do it.
Jeff, what do you got this week?
Oh, we don't have a graphic for that.
We do not.
Not yet. We're working on it.
We're still figuring it out.
So, I've had this for a while, and I really like Stalker, and I really like the retro card line. And my Uncle Jeff, shout out to Uncle Jeff in Arizona, sent me this in the mail today with "Happy Birthday, Asshole" written on it and a card. So this is cool. I like
yeah.
these, and I'm very excited. So I think I'm gonna open up Stalker and just leave that guy a little empty for now, or wrapped up still.
Save on it, huh? Okay.
I'll save
All right.
him, you know.
Okay. Well, while you open that up, Zach, what do you got? What do you got to show off?
I showed off some things here recently. Like we were on a 3POA. I showed off, you know, the Horde Trooper,
Mm-hmm.
little army building action. For those of you who didn't tune into that amazing show last night, what is time?
How many of those did you get?
I just got 2. I just got a couple of
Okay.
them. Yeah, I think on clearance or something like that. Maybe I'll pick up some more of those. Man,
Okay.
I kind of like the neat little robots and the little flight stand too. But so far, I didn't think I was actually gonna like this figure until Legend Series. Shout out to Tony, convinced me I probably want to go in on some Cody Rhodes American Nightmare.
It's pretty good looking figure for a.
It's a really good figure. I like it. I like the coat. A horrible fashion choice, but that's okay. But him,
Yeah.
just he's working with a microphone and the customizations that I can do with this guy. So
Definitely.
I'm liking Cody Rhodes. I should have got the extra camera out, but hey, guess what? No extra camera.
Cody Rhodes may be Clint's attorney or something. He looks like they're associated.
And just yelling at the judge the entire time.
Yeah. No, sir, you are out of order.
This whole courtroom
Immediately found in contempt. You're out.
Woo! I know it's Ric Flair. I don't care. I guess actually, I got one more. I bought this last Airbender Komodo Rhino thing from Ross for like $7.99.
That looks pretty legit.
It doesn't articulate. It is literally a statue. When I say that, the head kind of moves a little bit. It does have a somewhat wired tail, kind of. Okay. Part of it seems like it's like here is wired. This, no go. Legs don't articulate, feet don't articulate or anything. But I was like, it's $7.99. I mean, I can get, clutch on there. So I think it would be some fun customs, something on the cheap.
Yeah, that's cool. Well,
that's my GTFO.
It's pretty good. I got, let's see if I can do this time. Dude. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I got one of these shitbirds. Target. And, yeah.
That's awesome.
Dad and I had the idea of, using the wingsuits to make like a sub team, because people were finding these so cheap, and I was like, well, if, we end up finding a couple, we could make some sort of an air soldier, who Major Blood would command, right? Because he was Australian paratrooper, so these would be some kind of soldier with these winged suits,
kind of like Falcon, right? With
right.
That whole storyline for the MCU with Falcon.
Yeah, something like that. G.I. Joes would usually look a little more military, but since these are bird themed, maybe that would be a weapons development thing for Mars Industry or something. But I've only ended up finding one, so
same.
I don't know what all. Yeah, I think I said I'd probably just make it a Major Blood thing and do something cool with him, but.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I found one at my GameStop today, at one of two GameStops in my little town, but it's not for $7.99. But if I get that, you want to trade for the Cobra Commander you picked up for me a little bit ago?
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Okay, cool. I'll pick him up tomorrow then. That's called Buddies Helping Buddies, everybody.
Sweetness. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, it's I like a Raptor at a $10 Raptor, and you got it for what, $7, Mikey?
Yeah, it was it was a weird number. It was $7.59 or something. It was bizarre.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind paying for that because I have no nostalgic attachment to Raptor, and the customizations I'm all about for that price point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at that point, you can figure it out.
We almost had that in unison. That was pretty good, fellas.
Dang it. It's only happened one time. At least it was on camera.
So close.
Now,
and chat, once
really
again. Go ahead, Mikey.
Accessories.
Oh, I said go ahead. I was talking over you.
Oh, I was just going to say, I really like his accessories, especially his holsters on his legs. I hope they use those for some other stuff because those really nice detail.
Yeah, so the silencer doesn't fit in the little hole that they put on his gun in the little carry compartment. The knife doesn't fit all the way into the sheath. So far, we're batting 1,000, guys.
Yeah, I skipped the retro one.
I had the non-retro one, but it was that time that I purged my Joes the first time, and I got rid of it, and afterwards, I was like, I kind of wish I didn't do that. But, yeah.
Yeah, the modern version of Stalker is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and Head Cannon too. I was telling Chad, for those of you who don't know, even though we all swim in the same ponds over here, yeah, migraine, I'm good, but I'm sensitive to light, so I get the douchebag glasses on 2025. If you wear sunglasses at night, I'm sorry. I apologize. You're not a douchebag. I look like a douchebag.
Yeah, don't make fun of people with cataracts.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's a great band.
I mean, you're old enough. You probably get
Bass down low with Dev. So good. Oh, and Kirby. Kirby, by the way, my God, this legend was Kirby, can I talk about your how do I know without giving it away, Kirby? Your
sex monkey.
Your snack routine. Can I talk about that, Kirby?
You have my permission, Zach.
Kirby's got a snack routine. Kirby, you better let it up, because you have sparked my curiosity. I want to know about the snack routine.
Okay, Kirby. Okay, I got permission. So Kirby sends me, first of all, on New Year's, he sends me, a picture of that security cam of them watching fireworks go off while he's working, which was already at a higher echelon. But then he tells me, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll bring it up because it's too damn funny." He tells me about how he's going to go have a snack, and he's going to have this snack right in front of some ladies on the treadmills.
Oh, that's diabolical.
Yeah, he's like about to go eat a cookie in front of all the women on the treadmills at the gym. It's the little things that get me through the day. And I'm like, I just laugh and I'm like, that's a legend. You're a legend, dude.
That is legendary.
He's like, they get so mad and run faster. So technically I'm influencing them. I'm like, yeah, you're doing the Lord's work, sir.
Yeah, he turned it around. He's he's there for Kirby's a man of the people.
Man of the people. Not all heroes wear capes.
That's right.
Fuck, I laughed so hard at work today. Oh my God.
That's pretty great. I like that.
Here's Stalker. He's pretty good.
Come on,
it's pretty rad.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like this guy too.
Yeah. I like the LMG he comes with. It's pretty cool. Machine gun that cheese into the back is, always cool. The pistol, though, is bothering me a whole lot, but I'll worry about that later.
Fair enough.
And Obby has entered the chat. What's up, Obby?
Hey, Obby.
What's up, sir?
Figure Fight Club, also doing the Lord's work on Tony's stream, popped in, waited at backstage while Tony was away, and none of us had the ability to get him into the stream.
Yeah, we did not think that all the way through.
No, Tony, before he left, he said, if anybody wants to come in, let me know. So, I just didn't want to call him in case he was taking a nap,
Sure.
But co-host ability done, could invite him in there.
Oh, absolutely.
So next
this year,
end of the year,
yeah. New Year's Eve 2025, we'll have it straightened out.
Oh shit, Tony, you're good. Legend Series, it was funny. It made for some good conversation, and I feel like an asshole for I have my notifications turned off all the time, and when I'm leaving, I'm like, Shane, why are you not in here? I thought that was weird because you've been up. I thought he had to leave, but he was up and up and up, and I'm like, dude, why aren't you in this? And then Tony's like, oh shit, I forgot to send him the link.
That was hilarious.
Tony started just fucking rolling.
Fantastic.
What else got for a GTFO?
That's it.
What do you got, Mikey?
That's it. I'm good. That was my thing. Was Craptor.
What do we got from it? Came from the collection, boys.
Well, what do we have?
I
Zach,
will go.
Came from the
I will
collection.
go second because I'm going to go get it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Jeff, you're up.
I will go first because it's right here. So I think last week I showed off Mecha Turtle like Leonardo. I'm pretty sure I did. So I'm going to show you my childhood Leonardo. This is not the only one. This is not the only Leonardo I ever got as a child. Leo was my favorite turtle. So he was constantly getting fucked up, and like I was mowing a lot of yards to buy a new Leonardo every once in a while because I played hard with my toys. So, but yeah, this fella's been with me for a long time. He's even got the sticky plastic because it's wearing down, and yep. So,
Old sticky Leo.
yeah, old sticky Leo. Man, and it was like the first real toy line that I was into after Ghostbusters. So, like I had the van and like the cycle. Never had the playset. Never had the playset. But that's okay too. I had a firehouse. I was happy. That was the only playset I needed.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty legit as far as playsets go.
Right.
Hard to beat. Hard.
So I was pretty lucky as a kid. So what you got, Zach? I was showing off my childhood Leonardo.
Let's see if I can get this to work here. Kind of, sort of. Get him into frame here. A little background. So it came from the collection. Little slight drama tonight. Sorry, chat. We have to air out our dirty laundry. As Mikey makes our production, he does our assets, our art. I thought to myself, hey, you know what soundtracks, Mikey? I'm always typically somewhat of a lady in these clips. And sometimes you throw me a bone. Sometimes I'm Dutch, right? I'm like, man, what about Soundwave? And I don't want to, I'll paraphrase, but Mikey said get fucked, basically, is what he said.
That's accurate.
Is it close?
Accurate.
It's close enough.
That's accurate. Yeah.
And but it's Soundwave and it's music.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Get Fucked Part 2. I'm like, okay, that's fair. So what I'm going to show until he kicks me off. I'm watching you, son of a bitch. You can do it now. Now I'm expecting it.
Oh no, I won't do it now.
This is my OG Soundwave from my youth. I don't even want to rub this to see the logo. I say that.
That's pretty cool because most of your childhood stuff didn't survive, right? Like your Joes and some other things, right?
Well, Survive just got lost, but
you know what I mean. But I mean,
one of the few ones that did survive, mostly intact.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember if that's Laserbeak or Buzzsaw. I want to say Laserbeak, but I think Nico could actually probably correct me on that one.
Well, Laserbeak was red, silver, and black, right?
Don't remember. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that was Laserbeak.
I've got the batteries. That's such a cool fucking toy, man. Because the batteries were his rocket pack and his laser. I mean, that was just so fucking cool, man. I loved that toy, and I picked up the retro version when it came out with it. So his blaster I've got somewhere else, but I had to glue it in because it broke. But if it's red, it's Laserbeak. I'm gonna take my sunglasses off. It's Schrodinger's beak. It's either Buzzbeak, laser saw.
Buzzbeak. There you go. Good old Buzzbeak.
But I did. This is my favorite Transformer of all time, and just one of those toys that I was lucky enough to manage to hold on to pretty decent shape, because I played with this like whoa over decades.
And I was asking if that's the remake or whatever, the reissue, but no, that's the OG. It's the one that he was just holding is the OG Soundwave.
Yep, OG Soundwave. And I got a third party Soundwave just because this guy is very cool, very inexpensive, and very loose. I can tell this one was a really not a good third party, but good enough for the price that I paid on it.
That's pretty badass. I mean,
I just can't sneeze around it or anything because shit'll go sideways.
Don't sneeze.
From your lips to God's ears. Ken Story's Buzzsaw is better than Laserbeak. Okay.
Robots are robots. So, Mikey, what do you got for us? I think I know, but I want to ask.
Think you know, do you?
I know. Yeah, I think I know. I think it might be round and circular and something you put it in a machine.
It is.
Yeah.
9mm hollow points.
You won, G. You won. What I win? A what T-shirt contest, motherfucker? Hop, hop, hop. And shout out to Robert, by the way, about Soundwave. By the way, Soundwave is also his. And Robert's video on his top, was it 50 acquisitions, Robert? Was really entertaining. I enjoyed that video. You guys should check out Robert's bid.
Butler's got a question for you, Zach.
Mr. Butler. What's the Soundwave that transforms in the Dreadnought Thunder Machine? I have it. I've talked back and forth with Jeff about that. And if I find more like a Ross or something in the wild, I'll pick them up just for, custom jobs.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Jeff Butler, man of the people. To quote myself, Jeff Butler knows his shit.
He does.
Shit. It's fact. It's fact.
One of the best booths at DFW. So make sure you hit that up this year when you go to hit up Jeff's booth for all your needs for retro toys and vintage toys.
And stories. Vintage stories.
And vintage stories.
Every piece has a vintage story. And that's kind of the coolest part.
I still love the fact that he sold that Rattler fucking Tiger Force thing for $50 to that kid.
That kid, it made that was a core memory unlocked in that moment.
It's a fucking core memory for me.
We had a lot of fun talking about wrestling. I mean, I just had to listen to him because Mikey and Legend and Nobby wouldn't shut up about wrestling during that 24-hour stream.
Well,
my God. Like, Mikey, wrap it up, dude.
That did not happen, you son of a bitch.
Jeff, I want to know what you're bringing to the table this year. Like, now that you said that you will be selling stuff, I want to know what you're bringing because, like, maybe I need to bring a couple extra dollars with me.
Probably. Yeah.
Free stories. Yeah, the stories are included.
Free stories. There you go.
It's rolled in. So for my came from the collection, we had it revolving around music and soundtracks. So I started going through my records, my vinyl, and I found 4 from the top 10 list I made of soundtracks, and then I've got about 20 down here that didn't make the cut, but are pretty good. You find them in a flea market for $3 worth it. But I have some that aren't quite soundtracks, but are pretty neat. So
honorable mentions.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're not technically, but this is actually the first piece of vinyl that I owned. I don't know where it came from. I know it came from my dad, but I don't know where it came from him. But this is an original broadcast from 1938 of War of the Worlds. Orson Welles read this out over the radio and gave everybody quite the panic, as everybody thought it was happening.
The funny part about that is that, like, in the newspaper for where that was being read off at, they put a notice the day before, like the radio broadcast of da 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 da, and like people still freak the fuck out, and it's like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. People don't pay attention to that kind of stuff.
What?
Abby, you're not wrong, by the way. Thank you for not saying Timu Terminator. I heard the Timunator.
Timunator. So this is actually the first one, and then some years later, I found one that's in much nicer shape. Even still has the inner jacket, and it's in
Butler is a fan. Yeah, I know you're shocked.
Really nice shape. I mean,
Butler still hasn't said what he's bringing this year. I want to know what he's bringing.
We can't spoil it. You gotta buy a ticket and pay admission.
Fuck that! I want to know so I can bring extra money.
You need to bring extra money regardless.
No, I don't.
So that's
I'm very
War of the Worlds.
So close to putting team in.
And we also have a broadcast of Frankenstein. Frankenstein, which is pretty cool. And then Dracula. Again,
Orson Welles.
I
I don't think I knew that.
Same guy.
Guys, we're convinced that Mikey is a time traveler, or he lives in some alternate dimension.
No.
We keep trying to get him to go to KB's and then finding like the bin of Star Wars, the action figures with coins, and bringing those back, but it's just not fucking happening.
KB? What's a KB?
Ah, KB, that's some sort of gin joint, man.
So those are my came from the collection. Now these last two, Dracula and Frankenstein, came from a store in Fort Worth called Doc's, and big fan. I'm trying to go back there this year when we're in DFW because I really enjoyed the shop. But
or portal to Elseworld, sure, okay.
Well, whatever I can find the time for. Okay.
Right.
Segue to Time Traveler's Wife. What's up, Alpha Red?
God, I hated that fucking movie.
So,
Mikey definitely knows about the Frankensteiner. I was like, oh my God, he's talking about Scott Steiner again, and the Steiner math, and the Frankensteiner, and the Steiner brothers. Whoosh.
I'm sorry, I don't follow professional tennis.
Mikey, the original Time Cop.
I don't know about that, but I am law.
Okay. So, Zach, you want to lead us off with your favorite soundtracks to film?
I mean, mine. We've talked about this. I went back to like what's on my playlist now, like to this day. So the easy one, if you listen to me at all in any other stream, I probably talk about this ad nauseum. But The Crow. The Crow has so many bangers from the original soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack, OST, whatever the hell. The STP, holy shit! I play that song over and over and over again. I'll sing it at Rock Band. It has the only good song by The Cure. The Cure has one song. It's Burn. It's on this one. Every other song from The Burn sucks. If you know, you know.
He's not wrong. He's really not wrong. But that was my number 5 as well, by the way. So we covered The Crow. Fantastic.
Yeah, my list is in no order. I just grabbed that because I did. I was like, it's in the forefront of my mind. I know Thrill Kill Cult. Holy shit. There's just so many good songs that are still in my rotation on like my everything Spotify playlist that I still play.
Yeah. But The Cure went hard in that song with Burn. That's for goddamn sure. So, yeah. I guess I'll go. So I picked a TV show that has a killer soundtrack. The Shield with fucking The Commission in it. Like, in their later seasons, they really started playing songs from Flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphys and, like, all that shit. And, like, it was very appealing for the scenes that they were in. And, like, that was the music that I was really into at the time. And I thought that was really cool. And I looked back on it yesterday and was like, yeah, this still makes a lot of sense. And, like, the songs are very emotional and strong. So, and it fit with what the show is doing. So, The Shield. Not the fucking Marvel bullshit, but the show about corrupt cops. So,
Michael Chiklis, Walter Goggins.
Before Walter Goggins was, Walter Goggins, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yep, I love that Dan likes The Shield as well, because it's like, yep, it's a thing.
Yeah, for me, yeah, Jeff, it was the Crow sequel soundtrack. There were probably good songs on there, but like nothing that was like resonated, with me like through time.
Like Dead Souls.
Dead Souls, dude. Yeah.
It's a banger.
I found out
Nicotronus, you're fired.
I found out something about the
Whoa.
Crow today while I was looking at music for the Crow. So the guy that was in The Hills Have Eyes, like the guy with the weird head, like it's all squiggly. I can't remember his name because I'm an asshole. But he was supposed to play. He was supposed to play the skeleton cowboy in The Crow. Like they filmed scenes with him and everything, but they just cut it. You're all welcome.
Right on.
I didn't know that.
Be impressed.
Mo's dead to me. Got it.
Zach.
Banning
Come on now.
Mo. Sorry, 2025, man. Not pulling punches. 2025, Mo. You're gone. I love you, Mo. You're gone. Sorry.
Ron, you can stream The Shield on Hulu.
Jeez.
Yeah, that Stone Temple Pie. Yeah, Big MT, man, gives me
gooder.
chills every time. Thought that might be a
Third
good
time?
segue, Mikey. What do you think?
Chills.
Getting chills,
They're multiplying.
like a big chill.
Big Chill didn't make my list. I do have it,
What?
and they're good soundtracks, but it did not crack my top 10.
Oh man, honorable mention to the Big Chill, which when Michael pulled that out, like what Big Chill? What the fuck? Got it. Alternate dimension, Mikey. Got it. Because there's no fucking way you know what the hell that is.
Mikey, what's your number 10?
It's a thing, and there's two of them, if you didn't know, and they're both pretty good soundtracks. So we're doing 5. We picked 5, right? All right. So number 5 is one that I do not have on record, and it's the soundtrack from Rockstar, starring Marky Mark.
Good movie. Underrated.
Love
movie.
that movie. Love that soundtrack.
Still haven't seen it.
Really?
I've heard it's good. I just never got around.
Very
to watching
enjoyable.
Jennifer Aniston
Very
was peak Jennifer Aniston when that movie came out, so it was pretty fucking awesome.
It's true.
You are not wrong, Menjoza. By the way,
It's true. Yeah, there's some really good stuff on there. The songs that they sing are really good. Like the original songs are really good, but there's some good stuff on there.
Absolutely.
That's my number 5 is Rockstar.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Streets of Fire keeps coming up, and it didn't make my list, but it was really close. Eddie and the Cruisers, man. The Beaver Brown Band. My God, that soundtrack is that movie. It made it.
Yeah.
Megaforce.
So-
I don't know if I've ever listened to the Megaforce soundtrack.
I think it's all instrumental except for like the one song where it's not.
Zach, are you referring to
Boom.
this Eddie and the Cruisers?
Boom. Let's make you big there, buddy.
Here's
Look at
one of
that.
them. Here we go. How about that, guys? I'm a
Man, when I was
hipster.
younger, dude, I wanted to be Eddie. Like I wanted to be Michael Pare.
Well, I could see that. I could see that in your style choices. That could be a thing.
I flipped my keys like that, like in the movie, for I don't know, 15 fucking years probably.
HGC, you missed a rare moment where Zakainen and I agreed about an awesome soundtrack, and then Mikey pulled up his as well that I suddenly forgot.
Judas Priest the movie.
What the fuck was it, Mikey? We just had it. It was just there. Did you not? Oh.
I don't know. I was probably slipping through time.
Probably. Or dimension. I'm thinking dimensions. Possibly space and time.
You
Possibly
wouldn't
space.
understand either from time
You could
travelers.
possibly understand.
You're still thinking of it as linear, you boob.
Bring me the map. Oh, that's my line. You stole it from me 2025. You son of a bitch. We're kind of doing a top 5, but if you've ever watched the show, who knows where this is going to fucking go? Who knows?
Probably gonna go off the rails a little bit.
Yeah,
We're a little off the rails there.
It's top 5, but it's really not. It's really
Yeah.
just 5 that really speak to us.
So am I
I
up?
don't think any of us went through like thousands of soundtracks and actually ranked them all to get a top 5.
No one that is unemployed did that for like 3 days.
Okay, maybe somebody did, but
I literally went.
I
through my
was just going
DVD.
through picking, like, looking at my movie collection and being like, what soundtracks did I actually like have and listen to for like weeks at a time when the movie came out? That was my criteria.
I went through all of my DVDs and like remembered songs from those movies and was like, was the soundtrack killer? And then Google search, it was a cool. So like that was my life for a couple of hours while I was watching Tony when I wasn't on screen.
Sure.
It was kind of hell. The way
Right,
that Jay,
that being said, what's your 4?
my fourth, I'm gonna go with the Blues Brothers. No, it's higher up there, but I like talking about the Blues Brothers movie and its music.
That's good music.
That kind of got me into like the alternative forms of music that like grew into like my love of like big band and like swing music bands and stuff, and like just everything about that movie. Every time they put on a song, it was just awesome. It was just like a banger, you know, like there wasn't a bad song in that fucking movie, and like it just got you excited. Like even like the chase music, like when they're going through the mall and shit, just like the low ba 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 da 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 da, and like and it would just accelerate as like they would keep going faster and faster and like get louder and louder. And like I think, yeah.
And what other
John, you're
soundtrack
not
does
wrong,
Minnie the
by the way.
Moocher on? You know, that
None.
premium Cab Calloway.
I didn't know who Cab Calloway was before I saw that movie. Of course, I was 10 when I saw that movie. And when I did, that's when my dad went to his closet and he pulled out his vinyl. And he has a whole bunch of Cab Calloway. And we sat in the garage, he drank beers and smoked his pipe, and we listened to fucking Cab Calloway.
Oh, yeah.
That's a core fucking 10-year-old Jeff memory, because it was one of the rare times that dad was home from, you know, being on a boat. Don't touch our boats, by the way. And, you know, just remember sitting in the garage and, like, you know, him offering me sips of his beer every once in a while. And, like, just weird shit like that, you know?
That's good. That's a good bonding memory there. That's good
It
stuff.
really is, because, I mean, it was the 80s, so, I mean, well, it was the early 90s, so who gave a shit if your 10-year-old had a little sip of beer?
Where are they going to go, you know?
I mean, exactly. I'm going to go get on my bike and drive, I guess. Fuck, I had another bike.
And Dan, we're talking about both. We're counting both of these soundtracks and scores in this.
Yeah. Now, without spoiling anything, did any of you actually pick scores?
No, I've highlighted a lot,
did?
but
Okay.
Jaws.
All right. Well, dang it! Don't spoil it. Dang it!
We'll talk about it, but yeah.
Now they know. Man,
No one's half the battle.
They're gonna tune out. Now they know.
yeah, done.
We're gonna lose
They're
3 people, and then we'll be
Peak.
down to 2.
Done.
Peak.
I'm sorry for ruining the show, everybody.
2025, same as 2024.
All right. Well, in
Just a
this
little
stream,
bit
we'll
more
start a new one.
By the way, Zoot Suits. I'm all about Zoot Suits. And also Jerk.
What's up,
Jerk?
Hey, jerk.
Now, chat, I'm not going to get like 3 hours behind in chat, but I'm starring some comments just to let you know.
Yeah. So Blues Brothers is your fourth.
It rates up higher, but like I just like talking about the Blues Brothers. I really wanted to just get that out of the way, because otherwise I would have been here for an hour, and then I would have thanked everyone for coming to my TED Talk, because I talked about every fucking scene in that movie and why the music mattered. But I'm not going to do that.
It's true. It's a fantastic movie, and it's a great compilation of songs that pair really well with the movie as it goes on. For sure. No doubt. No question.
Plus, that movie has one of the best lines in the whole fucking planet. When they're stopped at the bridge. What's going on up ahead? Blah blahs. Oh man, I hate blah blahs. And then they just fucking ram through that like parade and like, fuck you guys. It was awesome.
Yeah. That is pretty awesome.
I made sure not to say the word.
You did. You avoided the word.
Now we can't say Illinois. Damn it!
Shoot.
Shinola.
All right, Big Z, what you got for 4?
So for 4, let's pick something random here. A little more modern, but Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That's a good one.
Which I fucking love the shit out of that movie. I love it.
We are Sex Bomb.
Eat that up, man. Sex Bomb, Garbage
Yeah.
Truck. The song
Watch
to me
anything
is
with Chris Evans.
This
And Brandon Routh.
And I mean, Brie Larson was smoking hot to me in that because I mean, she played this very angry, attractive woman. Well, again,
She was still cute before she went to Ozempic on everybody.
Yes,
Yeah.
and her character. Now, you guys might want to correct me if I'm wrong here, but in the movie, she actually sang "Black Sheep" by Metric. There's some lawsuit issues, so I cannot find her singing that movie version unless you take it from the movie.
That is correct.
On the soundtrack and everything, it is Metric. It's still good, but and it was probably production, probably filters, but Brie Larson's version of Black Sheep in the movie is fucking awesome.
Interesting.
And so intrinsically part of that movie. Sure, he's not wrong. So that is my number 4.
Yeah.
Which again, I still have like Sex Bomb and Garbage Truck and Black Sheep. Now, Black Sheep is the one it's in my rotation. I never take it out. The other two will take a break for a while, but Black Sheep.
Jerk, I can't argue that this is a banger. This is pretty legit, and this was my number 10 because it's not one that I like listen to in the car, but man, if you're playing a board game and you need some music, this is pretty legit. This is a good time.
Good time, boy.
That whole trilogy of The Man with No Name is just the music, the film itself, just holy shit. Like, that was the movie that made me like Westerns, And I don't know if that's true for anybody else, but like, I remember watching that, and then we put on Tombstone, and like just those 4 movies together, that made me like Westerns. I was like, okay, I'm sold. Like, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're great. They're great. No doubt about it. So my number 4, American Graffiti.
Hell yeah.
Let's keep on going here, buddy.
This is some good stuff. The movie's freaking great, right? It was one of the most out of left field for people that like George Lucas stuff, because I mean, I'm talking about girls and hot rods here. But
that was his first, right?
Man, that was his first movie. Well, yeah,
it wasn't. It was like his first like big one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just full of awesome. I mean, Rock Around the Clock, 16 Candles, Runaway, At the Hop. I mean, it's everything you think of as far as music and the birth of hot rodding. And for me, that's just great.
Scott Hughes has been summoned. His musical senses were tingling.
Oh,
what's up, Scott?
Scott Hughes.
I would yell Wolverines, but Wolverines. It's a stealth mission. It's like Splinter Cell.
Spread his fingers to the Wolverines.
Great choice, Mikey.
Thank you, Cliff.
What do you got, Big Z?
Chris. Go for number 3 on this one.
See.
I think number 3 for me. I'm going to go, again, somewhat modern. Matrix. The first Matrix movie, man.
Okay.
Has some absolute just fucking bangers on it. I mean, Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Oh God, what was it? Gorilla Radio.
Yeah,
Gorilla Radio is such a fantastic fucking song. Again, that soundtrack is just burned into the essence of that movie. From the score to the soundtrack, I mean, everything is just part of it. It's ingrained in it, and it makes that fucking movie. Kind of like Scott Pilgrim for me. And I thought about The Matrix when I was watching Scott Pilgrim.
It's like we talked about earlier. Every scene, every bit of music in The Matrix makes sense for the scene and for what's happening. And like, if you can do that in a film and your soundtrack, you are fucking golden. It's just that simple, And that's hard to do, especially in today's film world. Like, fucking music sucks. So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. And Scott, shout out. You're saying you have it, which I know that. Do you have vinyl? Are you a big vinyl guy, Scott? Because I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Right.
Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes, please send a $39.99 super chat, and we will find out what.
For a long time, those that don't know, for a long time, vinyl was what I collected before I started getting back into GI Joe or anything like that. I was into vinyl, and I have a fairly respectable collection, and then I have about double that in 45s.
Nice.
Because my dream was always to have a 45 jukebox and actually cycle out 45s out of it.
That'd be fucking cool.
It'd be cool as hell.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So vinyl's a part of me. I don't buy much of it anymore, but I still, when I see a pile of it in like a thrift store or something, I gotta flip. I gotta flip through.
I would agree, Robert. Like that film, it didn't resonate with me, right? Yeah, but the soundtrack.
It's not great. There's some really awesome moments in it, but it's not all of it is great.
Right.
But Harrison Ford's parts are definitely good.
Yeah. Yeah. And Joe's what we're talking about. Yeah. So themes are gonna leave off like if it's a TV show, it's different. Like Knight Rider, there's so many, like A-Team. And I was humming the other night. I'm like, why am I humming the A-Team?
Why wouldn't you?
It'll be its own segment for us, its own show.
Yeah, we'll do one on theme songs because there's so many good ones.
Yes.
We have so many episodes down the pipe, it's not even funny. We act like we don't know what we're doing, but we have like ideas written down, so we're good.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And in chat, what I'm going to do, I think at the end of this, all the starred comments that I'm doing, once we get done with our lists, but we'll start going through and seeing what you guys have kind of picked up. And I think that's where we're kind of riff off of as we go down. Because a lot of it, again, people come in and out over time. A lot of you are repeating what someone else has said. And they're really good picks.
So I guess this is my turn.
Yeah, what you got, Jeff?
The fucking Flash Gordon soundtrack by Queen.
Oh, he's right. He's right there in the background.
He that whole fucking soundtrack made me want to get into like musicals and like everything else from that point on. Like Tommy's the Who, like the Who's Tommy, like Pinball Wizard, all that shit. That all came from me watching Flash Gordon and then like finding out who the fucking Who was and being like, Dad, do you have any of these? And then he had all of it.
There you go.
Up until that point, and we listened. And again, another one of those core memories where you sat out in the garage with your dad and you listened to the fucking Who for an afternoon. You know?
CD Master Race. Okay, thanks, Scott. I was wondering.
Okay.
Yeah. But man, just that movie, it's not watchable again as like right now, but like I listened to that soundtrack. Like when I drove up to see Zakainen, that was the first round of music I played was that soundtrack just so that I could stay awake. Because it's just loud and just awesome and operatic.
That's my number 2 is Flash. Yeah, because Queen absolutely killed that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But so what I would
just
tie
right
that
from the intro of it, I mean, doom, 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 doom. It's so good.
Was that your third, Jeff, or was that your second?
That was my third, brother.
That was your third, okay.
Flash.
Yeah, I'm with you on Flash. But I will segue and I will change my list right now to something else. Okay.
All right, so we're on 3. Yes?
Yes.
My third, Watchmen. Killer.
Oh man.
Killer soundtrack.
Yeah, just the opening song.
So good, dude. And it spans so far with like the
Along the Watchtower was also in that, right?
Dylan. Yeah, All on the Watchtower is one of the last songs on it. I absolutely love that soundtrack, and that is definitely one I had a CD in the car. You know, it was one of the 6 discs loaded into the car. You know, and that soundtrack is so good.
Like, not to be that guy, but any movie that opens up with a Bob Dylan fucking song, I'm there for.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm not a big Bob Dylan guy, but watching the movie,
that song right there,
that soundtrack pairs, like you were saying, earlier, it pairs so perfectly with the movie. Like everything about it. Like say what you will about Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
He can line up a movie to a soundtrack. That is,
I like
that
that
is
Snyder, so
definitely
I
a
was trying to
stretch.
keep nothing but praise for him. But yeah, I understand. And like just all of that, like all of the music from there, like even like the shitty, like the cover that My Chemical Romance did of Desolation Row, perfect. Like just all of this was good. Like all of it, every last. I didn't even think of The Watchmen, but like, yeah, perfection.
So
It
good.
immersed you in that time period. They wanted you to go to that time, and it set that mood, immersed you into that. You know, you felt like you were in that time period.
I felt like I was
it
in
does,
an
especially
alternate
when it's to
yeah.
89 Luft balloons and actually gives you the German version of it. Like it sets the time so well.
Mm-hmm. And just
Hallelujah. Come on, dude. Leonard Cohen. Oh, get out of town. Get out of here.
Hey, Leonard
So
Cohen,
good,
man.
dude.
Even Pirate Jenny, the Nina Simone track they threw on there.
And Kaiju Kitty, I don't want them touching that Flesh
Yeah,
Gordon.
don't
leave
look.
that original Flesh Gordon alone. All right,
You leave that cheesy piece of shit alone.
So we always say, are we number 2?
Who does number 2 work for? Zakainen?
So
That wraps
also,
up 3. So what do you got?
I'll switch that up because this is a good segue here. So yeah, again, Queen, Flash Gordon was my 2, but I can flip that easily to Highlander because Queen also nailed the shit out of that. Now I'll say this: I love Prince of the Universe. It is not a good song if you listen to it its entirety. You need to just listen to the movie segment, call it good, move on in life.
It's kind of like, yeah,
it's not bad. It's real bad, but that, oh my god, Prince of the Universe is fucking amazing. But that's kind of why that Flash Gordon is on its own plane of existence. It's so much better. But they were Highlander with Queen was solid, just not as good.
Right. It's kind of like finding out the lyrics to the MASH theme song.
It makes you look at it in a completely different light.
It really fucking does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a theme changer for sure.
Well, really fucking is. Holy shit. So my number 2 is a tie between 3 movies. Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and Jaws. All of the music for all of those movies and all of the right points and all the right time lined up for me. And that was just a magical time to be like a kid and watching those for the first time and like not realizing that you really like the music, but that's part of what's making the movie for you. Like, you know, even if it was something stupid like Huey Lewis in the News, you're like, this song fucking rocks. And you're like, okay, it's a pop hit. Good job, kid. Or like, when you first hear the approach of Bruce, like Bruce's song, dun, 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 like you're already getting on edge about that, and like, the fuck is about to happen here, you know? And just the heroic music, or the music that got me for Jurassic Park was when Sam Neill and the 2 kids are up in the treehouse theme. It was just so peaceful and serene after like all this chaos just happened. And it was a way to bring it down, a way to bring the mood down and just kind of calm everybody down just a little bit that was watching the movie. Because remember the T-Rex crashing through the fence and all that shit, and like all of that happened within minutes of the movie, right? And like then it jumped to another action scene with the T-Rex chasing down Malcolm and like the 2 doctors, right? So but like that treehouse theme just fucking brought it down to where it needed to be, like on a calmer level, and fuck, that was awesome. Anyway, yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So 2 is probably so far the one furthest off base for everybody, I'd say. 2 is Crazy Heart, movie about
Really?
Jeff Bridges being a musician. I love that movie. I love that story, and I absolutely love the soundtrack. I love the original stuff as well as the older songs and stuff that they mix in. But that movie is one of my favorites. That's kind of a lesser known movie. And this last weekend, I was going through the garage and I found a stack of like my old tickets and stuff. And so this is pretty much like this is basically every movie I saw in high school.
Oh wow!
So
That's awesome.
I was flipping through there, and I actually found the ticket stub for Crazy Heart 2010. It was at a little bitty
nuts.
theater in downtown Springfield. But yeah, me and my buddies went and saw it because we were stoked about the movie. It was, I mean, that was when Conan was doing the Late Show, and he had Jeff Bridges on, and they had a couple of episodes where they were like jam sessions with guitars and stuff, and we were jazzed about it. And it was the only movie that I have actually seen that had an intermission because the old theater went by old rules.
Yeah,
but yeah, that soundtrack is really good. And if you're into, country and western, that's one to look into. If you're not, you're probably not going to like it. But yeah, it's pretty good. And it's interesting because it features, what's that guy's name? Ryan Bingham, which has since got really big on Yellowstone because he's one of the ranch hands. But he wrote a lot of the music for that movie. And it's really good. If you're into country and western, I recommend it. It's really good.
well, I mean, you were passionate about that, and I know how passionate you are about wrestling. So when Tony says
so
"Give Me the
good.
Prize" is the best song of the Highlander soundtrack, followed up by "It Was So Good," it was his wrestling theme song. Tony, that's pretty fucking cool. I even like wrestling, but that's fucking cool.
That's not what I heard.
What'd you hear?
You're a total mark.
Then Kaiju Kid, you're a fucking mark. My man. No, that is true. That's a good segment right there. Or a good take for Jeff Butler. Yeah.
That's true.
Take that sound, take it song out of Queen or Wayne's World and
Take it.
different movie.
Yep.
Terrible.
Gordon's alive.
What do you got, Big Z? We're at number 1.
So again, and no particular order either. This one is a score for me, and Blade Runner 2049. I loved the score for that fucking movie, man. It was in theater. It was a theater experience. I mean, it really, talk about immersed. Like, it set the fucking tone throughout that entire fucking movie. And you say what you want about 2049. I've probably watched 2049. I don't know. I'll say anywhere from like 6 to 10 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up.
Yeah.
I never watched it at
for
all.
me, I don't watch movies that often. Matrix is one. I mean, I've watched I don't know how many times. Lord of the Rings. I don't know how many times. Star Wars, OG Star Wars. But yeah, that soundtrack for me, just that resonating. Now I can't remember who did the soundtrack. Is that the score for that? I don't remember because I'm real bad about that shit.
It was a mix of artists, but it all boiled down to like one symphony, one guy leading it all. I can't remember the dude's name, but I really want to say that I think it was the same dudes that did Tron, just under a different name, but I'm not going to say that because I don't know for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so.
But it's got Frank Sinatra, on the soundtrack too, which is also really good. But yeah, the score for me, that's really what did it.
Yeah. I'm glad that that's one of your favorite soundtracks, by the way.
I did. I just love that movie.
I kind of fucking like Blade Runner. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
I had heard that.
Well, a lot of people that were fans of the original Blade Runner did not like 2049.
Well, those people are stupid.
You heard it here first, folks.
Paul Morales.
Idiots. What's up, Paul?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, it's awesome. So this is a 3-way tie, and I'm sorry. Tron Legacy fucking killed it the whole fucking time. Every beat, every fucking moment of sound that was not fucking dialogue was fucking perfection. Sorry. Number 2 is that doesn't matter right now. I'm not gonna bring it up. I had it. It's gone. I'm sorry, fellas. My memory is not so good right now. I can't remember who I was thinking about. Shit.
It probably come up when we read the chats later on.
That's true.
Yeah. Fuck.
I did like the Legacy soundtrack. That was very good.
The movie sucked dick, but the music.
I
was
love
great.
the movie too.
Yeah.
I didn't like the de-aging shit. That was not done very well. I say very well. It wasn't done well. Period. At all.
Yeah.
The animation that followed that, Tron Evolution, on Disney was a fucking banger. I wish
that show was good.
Season of that because I think it was oh shit, who played the main part? Elisha Woods, maybe. Might have been. It's been a hot minute, but it was also really good. The wife and I loved that animation.
It's not Ghostbusters. I was gonna make a joke and be it's Ghostbusters, obviously, but it's not Ghostbusters.
Is it Beverly Hills Cop?
No, I didn't want to bring that up because that's later. That's down the list for me. I'm like trying to think right now. I just can't. Reservoir Dogs.
Oh,
Reservoir Dogs. Throughout that entire fucking movie, perfect. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, also perfect. Those two scores from those two movies are amazing. I don't care. Whatever, think whatever you want of Quentin Tarantino. But his movies, to me, and the music that went along with it, made those movies, as I've said 100 times about every other fucking list I've come up with tonight. But, like, just the end, like, the iconic ending of Reservoir Dogs, when he puts on that fucking song, if you've seen the movie and heard that song, anytime that song does happen naturally, your brain goes to that scene.
Yeah.
And that's the fucking magic of music in movies.
And I don't like the feeling tonight. Yeah. Even the intro, the little green bag, I mean, it's gold start to finish. Which Tarantino soundtracks usually are bangers.
They are. Like,
we could have an entire ranking of just Tarantino soundtracks because they're all very, very good.
I want to have the episode.
Was in my top 10. I love that one.
I want to have the episode where, I want to have the episode where we talk about Tarantino films, boys. Like, we gotta. So,
yeah.
Yep. All right. Jesus Christ, yeah, man, like
nailed it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
Got it.
Just on, but
boom.
Who's up next?
Going tops. I'm going Dirty Dancing.
Did you have the time of your life?
Good.
And
God.
More Dirty Dancing.
Oh my God.
Dirty Dancing. This record is wall-to-wall bangers. Okay.
I have
This
never
one's also very good.
questioned your sexuality, and I still am not.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I'm not at all.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, you're good.
Everything I know about seduction, I learned from Patrick Swayze. the hip roll and everything.
Now, are you talking about Patrick Swayze, just like specifically Dirty Dancing, or are you throwing in like his whole body of work?
No, just in general. In general,
okay.
Yeah.
And Red Dawn, of course.
Yeah, I'm always looking in the classified section, hoping some farmer's renting out the loft of a barn. Because I'd like to lay down a doctor at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
That's what you have to do. Yeah, this
So he gets passed.
So good. And I didn't know this one existed. I just found it and I was like, "Oh God, this is hell yeah, sign me up, dude."
Are we talking Throat Rip Out from Roadhouse?
And that quote, yeah.
I could see Clint doing that, by the way, Mikey. That might be a photo shoot you need to put together.
Clint would definitely do that. But it wouldn't be his last move. He'd probably start it with that.
Here, hold my can of fuck you for me.
No,
What
he'd
am I
keep
doing
it-
that
he'd keep
for?
hold
I
of
rip
it. He
your
just needs
fucking
one hand
throat
for a
out.
throat
Like he's
rip.
gonna give it to the guy to hold, and he's gonna rip his throat out and then take the beer out of his dead hand. Thanks, boy.
Nobody touches my beer.
That was a trick, dumbass.
Have you guys heard the Patrick Swayze character theory about Dirty Dancing and like all those other films?
Mm-mm.
So in Dirty Dancing, he's all the same character from Roadhouse. Like it's Dalton when he was younger, and then the next movie down the line, he's Dalton, and then he finally settles down in Ghost, and it's just Dalton throughout his life. Like it's funny as shit. Just like
It's pretty good.
somebody wrote that all out. Okay, yeah, that's a good score for. Oh, geez, fuck. But fuck Halloween 3, not because if it's a bad movie, but 3 more days till Halloween. 3 more. That fucking Jesus Christ. I'd rather stick a fucking drill through my ear.
I am getting some sneak peeks because again, I want to cover everything you guys have come up with in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of our list, I think. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You got any honorable mentions? You just want to?
Well, I think we
They didn't
will
make the
probably
five,
find
or-
honorable mentions like in this.
Okay.
Is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Let's start it off here.
The Moulin
Brian
Rouge.
King kind of jumped out here. He gave us Conan, The Crow.
It's a good list.
Yeah, I mean Purple Rain. That is the fucking movie. You know, when doves cry, Purple Rain itself. I mean, that is
That's
the
a
fucking
gooder.
movie. Is the soundtrack.
It 100% is.
Also, Apollonia coming out of that fucking water. My God. Put some clothes on, woman. Pulp Fiction, banger.
Yeah.
Friday.
Friday. That's some good shit. Yeah.
Clerks. Brian, you went
Clerks.
to
That's
10.
a
You
good
son
one,
of a-
man.
Look at
That's
this
kind of
guy. Well, and I highlighted this, even though there was 10. But Brian King also comes with some awesome ideas, so he can go to 10. You can go to 11, Brian. Okay.
I don't know about
Django.
that.
I saw Django on here, Mikey, for you at 8.
And I like that he got Jackie Brown on there too, man. Little Bobby Womack. We cross 110th Street. It's so good.
Then
Yeah.
Talib with Last Action Hero. I haven't thought about that. I do not remember what was on that soundtrack. Do you guys?
No fucking idea.
No, I don't. But I remember having a conversation with a buddy about the music being good.
Right.
That makes-
Right.
Right.
And then of course Kirby Highlander. Kirby, I was like, I know that's probably going to happen. So yeah, when Flash was brought up, I'm like, well, the next go-to is going to be Highlander
That's a good.
for me.
Good.
I mime from hell. I wish I could wash this fucking movie from existence.
Never watched it.
Let's do the time warp again. My God. Let's not do the time warp again.
It's one of my favorite
Ninja
fucking
Dust.
movies.
I'm the minority, man. I have so many fucking friends that would go and they do the whole musical during the movie, man. Do those midnight showings of Rocky Horror. So I mean, it's a fucking piece of Americana, man. It's fucking Tim Curry. He can do fucking whatever, man. Just be stellar in it.
It's true. Did you ever see the I can't remember what it was called. He did a Tales from the Crypt where he played a woman. Have you ever seen that? And
Not that I
he
remember.
basically essays a door-to-door salesman. It's haunting. How creepy it is.
I don't say. Yeah, you have to see that because after
It's terrifying.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, I'm like,
No, he's like in a muumuu with like curly hair, and it is just
haunting.
nightmare fuel.
Nightmare Fuel.
It's
Yeah, Gross Point Blank. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't remember that soundtrack, man, Joseph, but I wanted to bring that up to see if you guys had thought about that.
That is holy fuck, man. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I did see that.
terrifying.
I saw that today. That
Oh my
exact
God.
picture.
You saw this today?
Yes, it was an
No
Instagram for some
way.
reason. Yes,
That's terrifying.
Jesus
because
Christ.
yeah,
been
all hell
years.
are AI, overlords there.
It's rough.
It's rough.
That's real fucking rough.
Yeah. At one point, she lowers herself on top of the salesman and makes just the worst noise.
Oh my God. Well,
It's
all right.
terrible.
Of the off the rail shit that we're gonna do.
Well, that's what happens. You bring up Tim
I'm
Curry, somebody's
I'm
going to have a
the
rough
fucking-
memory.
I'm playing the fucking X card on this. Fuck this shit. In the fucking light. No. Move on, guys.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
But Nico, fucking Singles. Nico and I are best friends again. This is such a good fucking soundtrack, dude. Holy shit.
You may not want to
love
be
the
your friend. You
shit out of that.
excommunicated him.
Well, no, we were still friends. We weren't best friends.
And that your definition, maybe.
Jeff Mo's fired. Nico, we're still good. But now we hit that next level. Nico, we know Nico.
The TMNT movie soundtrack from the first movie.
The live action movie?
Yeah.
Now I'm going through old starred ones. So if you guys see new ones,
Yeah, see, I remember that.
Add them on there.
No, it was just good. It had like a whole bunch of punk songs on it because the rights were cheap.
But headcanon, the things that we talked about so far, Highlander, Crow, Grosse Point Blank. So he's another one. The Grosse Point. I don't remember that.
I've never seen Grosse Point Blank.
But yeah, Clerks and then Reservoir Dogs. We had Jeff with Reservoir Dogs, but he's got a couple Clerks and Grosse Point Blank that I didn't think about.
That's
a good list there.
And scores. We talked about this before the show in Joe's, but yeah, John Williams, Hans Zimmer, Danny Elfman. I mean, they just oh shit, who was John Carpenter throughout all the films that he ever did in the 80s and so on.
Both of those are right below you. I mean,
The scores
Williams
are,
is wearing you as a hat in the background. Yeah.
So Singles made me,
E.T.'s dangerously close.
so Singles made me think of Swingers, and that's an awesome soundtrack too.
I do remember that soundtrack being pretty good.
Yep.
I almost put The Hangover in mine because I love that soundtrack.
It's fucking good.
That's
Yeah.
that's a good soundtrack. Or a Rain Man killer soundtrack.
Hell, Guardians of the
Killer
Galaxy,
soundtrack.
right?
Definitely Guardians. Yeah.
The first one.
Yep, first one for sure.
Wasn't a fan of the music in the second one.
It was okay, but
Well,
yeah,
some
I'm
of it,
with you.
Some of it. I like Brandy. That's a great song.
And again, I'll talk about this ad nauseum. I still have not watched this movie. I didn't watch it as a kid. I refuse to watch it to this day. I'm going to go to my grave not watching this fucking movie. It's a whole nother thing. But I agree. I mean, you got the touch, you got the power. That has resonated throughout time.
Walk the Line. That was my third movie for number one. Walk the Line with fucking the Phoenix brother.
Phoenix.
Yeah, and
Great.
that whole fucking thing.
Minjo's agreed. Purple Rain, and that was going to keep
great.
popping up here.
Great Balls of Fire was my 9. Big Jerry Lee Lewis fan.
Yeah,
And that's right up there.
Yeah, Conan movies again. Ecstasy of Gold, obviously. Excalibur. That's going to come up again. Lord of the Rings. The score was good. It just, I want to say, it didn't resonate with me. Right? Like I don't play it, but it's good. It's solid, definitely. But Excalibur, holy shit, what a great movie there. And then Brian came back to Singles again to agree with Nico Tronos. So good. I thought this was interesting here because, Pat Benatar, Invincible. That's a solid fucking song. The Legend of Billie Jean was I haven't watched that. I want to ruin my childhood, but I really fucking love that movie. Then back to Hans Zimmer, Gladiator, Master and Commander. I mean, Hans Zimmer. It's again like Danny Elfman, John Carpenter. I mean, these guys are just there's a reason they've done so many fucking movies.
Yeah,
and
there's
iconic
a reason
movies.
they constantly get work.
Yeah. This maybe get me in trouble, Mine from Hell, but Saturday Night Fever. Well, and he's being dead serious. He's gone. He's out of here.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Travolta's like right.
Dude, Saturday
right
Night
there.
Fever, man. Yeah, that's a
right
great
there,
one.
right in between Jeff and I's window.
Oh, yeah. Right here. Ooh, No one can see my.
Hello,
I'm using
sweet.
my mouse. What am I doing with my mouse? No one can see my.
I
mouse.
I can't see that. What are you doing? Oh,
Oh, but yeah, Shanghai Fever, dude. Yeah, definitely for that time period. Again, it sucked you into that.
good one. I think that was the first CD I got. I remember disco
Oh, really?
dancing in the living room. Yeah.
So I married an axe murderer. I can't tell you that I remember.
There
that.
is some good songs in
Is
there, and it's a fucking great movie, dude. That is some of Mike Myers' best work, in my opinion.
And I will tell you this, headcanon, I do not remember that at all. That Toto did the soundtrack for David Lynch version of Dune, which is the only version of Dune to watch.
What about, you don't like the one with Timothy Salamander or whatever his name is?
Yeah, Timothy Charlemagne Chandelier.
Or Champagne. Tim Champagne.
Fucking hated that. Now again, I'm in the minority, but yeah, both me and the wife are like, do we have to watch this whole fucking thing or what?
Oh, and it's got the Jason Momoa guy in it too.
It's got Jason Momoa. I think he dies in the Marinara Trench. I'm pretty sure.
The Marinara Trench, yeah. Mm-hmm.
No Muscles Marinara. I fuck forgot about Tony. Fucking calling me that. Christ on a Ritz cracker. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Ominous Dominus. We'll be okay. Curb Stomp over here with Little Nicky soundtrack.
I do not remember the songs for Little Nicky.
But
Adam Sandler movies, usually the earlier ones, had pretty good soundtracks. So
yeah. Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer is a banger of soundtracks from songs from the 80s.
Okay, now Brian King had this one. So this is 11th, which is completely allowed for Brian King. Pirate Radio, was that oh my god, fake Jack Nicholson, Timu Jack Nicholson.
Timu Jack Nicholson.
Chris, what was his name? Heathers.
Slater,
Christian Slater, thank you.
Okay.
I did. I was like, dude, you're just like
now I understand your Timu Jack Nicholson.
Right.
Thing.
Right?
Yeah, I get it.
Holy shit, I never thought of it like that before, but yeah.
I like Christian Slater. I really do, man. He's fucking awesome in Heathers. I fucking love the shit. And Pirate Radio. I fucking love Pirate Radio. I'm actually wondering if Scott Hughes was.
I've never seen Pirate. Is that the one with the Philip Seymour Hoffman in it?
I
know what it's about because I know the story about British Airways, but I can't remember if that's the one that has. Is he one of the guys that works on the platform or not?
Jeff Butler, calling Jeff Butler, and Scott Hughes. Scott Hughes knows
music.
Bump
up the volume. Jeff Butler's just
bump up the volume.
Yeah, pump up the volume. Yeah,
he was right there on it.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay, let me get through a couple more of these here because I see some other bangers coming in. But yeah, scores for Headcanon, Excalibur, yep, Blade Runner, Black Hawk Down. I don't remember the score from that.
Batman 5.
Batman 5. Oh no, yeah,
number 4, Batman. Number 5, Akira. We're both dumb.
Is it Batman 89 though?
Yeah,
I'm assuming. Is it Elfman, right?
Yeah, it's Danny Elfman.
Yeah, Kira. Oh my god, what an amazing movie that was.
Yeah.
Didn't think about Gladiator score, but yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like Lord of the Rings score. Like it's a good score.
It didn't resonate though. It didn't resonate like you said, like earlier. Like if there wasn't, and Top Gun was not a good score.
Oh, I mean, I know what the soundtrack was though. So I'm assuming Chris is doing Top Gun as far as the music, like Take My Breath Away. Oh, here we go.
Kenny Loggers is not a banger for me.
Highway to the Danger Zone or something. For years, dude, I really thought it was Highway to the Danger Zone.
It's the tollway to the Danger Zone.
The driveway to the Danger Zone.
It's the parking lot of the Danger Zone.
Highway to. I was like, I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
it's wrapped up like a douche.
Honestly,
like,
it's an okay soundtrack, but it's a really good theme song.
Yeah,
like the song that represents Top Gun is very good. The soundtrack, it's okay.
Yeah. And then Vision Quest, man, I haven't thought about that one, Sean, in years, but also very formative years for a young Zakainen because God bless America. That was a great coming of age story there. And a cool story. I just love the whole thing, man. I love this guy sitting there with a telephone booth going up these stairs and these bleachers. You gonna make weight? Yeah. Good. kept on working out. Like that, I can't hate that guy.
Yeah, we're all assholes. None of us brought up Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rocky for me is the reason I'm working out.
Rocky.
Now I'm gonna go reverse order here. Bear 11 Charlie with Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Nonstop Tim Curry. Month of October. Space Jam.
Space Jam's a pretty good one. Yeah, that's good.
Goodfellas there. Yeah, Jeff Feller talking about Jackie Brown.
Oh man, that's a real good record. Desperado? I don't know. I'd have to revisit that one.
That's a good movie.
It's a great movie. I love the movie.
And yep, what's up? He had one towards the bottom. And now I'm gonna jump around all the time. Yeah, I missed all kinds of ones that were reading those off. But he had Boys in the Hood, and that was really good. And on along those same lines, like Juice, the soundtrack to Juice was really fucking good.
Yeah. So I do want to point out something that Dan just mentioned. The start of Top Gun when they're on the carrier and they're directing planes. My father is one of those guys, as he was the flight line coordinator for the Enterprise that day, or the mock-up of the Enterprise. Sorry, I just thought it was cool and wanted to talk about how cool my dad is.
Oh, you did. You were good.
Oh, fuck, Apocalypse Now! Speaking of, like, movie soundtracks, Apocalypse Now. Holy shit. The score, the soundtrack, fucking great.
What about the
honestly, most movies about the Vietnam War, killer soundtracks, because the music all that was coming out was really fucking good.
So Big Lebowski. Okay.
What?
Big Lebowski is a good soundtrack.
That's a great fucking soundtrack.
Didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it.
I didn't see it until now because I was distracted.
Well, not just now, tonight.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Kenny Loggins. Good stuff.
Juice. Oh man, I just checked in to see what condition my condition was in.
Yeah, man.
Hell
yeah.
Somebody else, Scott, brought that up on Friday. I think that was
Kenny
Brian
Rogers.
King that brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Platoon soundtrack. We've been talking about Platoon a lot here last few days.
Yeah.
Someone else said that earlier. I didn't highlight it, but yeah, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump was my number 6, as that is a double CD that is chock full of goods.
Yep. SLC Punk for me was a great soundtrack. It means that was kind of the movie.
That.
SLC Punk. It had the guy that played fucking Shaggy in it, and it was about punkers in Utah in 1985. Yeah, coming of age story.
Warrior, interesting choice there.
All 3 of those are sus, bruh.
If you know, you know. Valley Girl, I haven't thought about that, Mr. Anthony Aguilar.
I don't even know what that is.
Valley Girl. I just don't remember that soundtrack at all. Might have to look that
Am I
one.
the asshole?
I've never seen it.
Old school soundtrack.
Old school's got some gooders. Yeah.
Just when the van pulls up and you're hearing fucking Metallica playing, god damn it. I just thought of that fucking scene, and it's great.
It is. It is.
The movie Go, that soundtrack's pretty good.
Almost Famous soundtrack, Mikey.
Almost Famous? That's a good one.
That's another movie I did not watch.
You good one. Take the 2.5 hours and watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
I'd rather, I think, to watch the new Dune. I'm with Scott. I like to, just kind of drift off to sleep. Just watch the new Dune.
That's fair.
Oh, Xanadu? Who said Xanadu? Is that you, Chris? CTC? Xanadu?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, and Joe's talking about Xanadu.
I heard that Grease is the word.
God.
Grease is the word.
I don't remember the soundtracks or scores for First Blood and Rambo Part 2. Unless you mean like Rambo.
Before Zach jumps my shit, the first Predator movie soundtrack was excellent.
The soundtrack, Credence.
Sure.
Oh, Sean, that's another good one. And I talked about it and I forgot to put it down.
Less Than Zero.
Yeah. Less Than Zero, man. Holy shit. Hazy Shade of Winter. Actually, Scott Hughes and I talked about this recently. The best version of Inagata Devita by Slayer on that fucking soundtrack. Holy shit. So fucking good, man. Less Than Zero soundtrack. That's a good one, man. Yeah, again, Scott and I were going back and forth, and we talked about shit. I mean, like Robert Downey Jr. We were all talking about him recently in that movie. It was basically his life story before Iron Man.
Never saw it. Probably should though.
Oh man, Headcan, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's another one I fucking forgot about.
That was like 11 for me.
Soggy
I love that
Bottom.
one.
Soggy Bottom
Boys.
What was it?
Soggy Bottom Boys.
So good. Holy shit. Oh Death. Love that.
Great.
Down by the river.
Rock Candy Mountain.
Rock Candy Mountain.
So
Yeah,
good, dude.
shit, man.
It's great. It's a great
It's
sound.
one of those.
I love that movie, but that's a great.
I love
sound.
it. But those songs will rotate out of my list, like The Crows. I've always got The Big Empty Burn on there.
Do you guys want to hear a sad admission of mine? I've never seen that music, but I've never seen that movie, but I own the soundtrack because it's fucking awesome.
First Predator soundtrack scores new.
Oh, it's worth the watch.
It's interesting, Scott. I did not know that.
Just like everything about the first Predator's music was great because, like, okay, bullshit aside, I do prefer the first Predator movie simply because of how awesome, how introduction.
Now that's ruined.
I know.
Dang it.
Done.
But like, they're both great in my mind for different reasons. But I do prefer the first Predator movie.
So this is funny here, La Bamba. There was an off live stream conversation that we had, and I've made some horrifically horrible statements about that in jest, probably. But yeah, I was just not a fan. Oh, bring it up, Mikey. Bring that thing up there.
I'd say that movie bombed, but that's not true. It more likely crashed.
Oh my god. Fucking awful.
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, that is definitely one that's resonated throughout time. And my God, you hear La Bamba to this day still.
Yeah. Here's another banger right here. Easy Rider.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that
this
one.
This is some good shit in here.
You're right, it is.
I mean, Steppenwolf, The Birds. There are some solid songs on here.
Oh yeah, Kirby. I have not watched that. The wife had, and she keeps telling me I need to watch that movie.
Do you guys remember the TV version of It?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first
Tim
part,
Curry, right?
Yeah, with the first part when they're kids, the fucking music. It was of that time period, and it's fucking great.
I don't remember the songs at all in that. I just remember that it was a horrifically bad ending.
You guys remember this one?
Smokey.
Look at that artwork.
That's good.
That has Convoy on it, doesn't it?
Hell yeah, it's got Convoy on it.
Goddamn right.
Convoy on that one, or is that Convoy with Chris Christopherson?
I don't think it does have Convoy.
Like
Convoy
with Rubber Ducky.
Yeah. Big Band was just a rubber duck. Yeah.
Oh no, Scott! This is where I'm thinking. Scott is one of the best of us. He's one of the.
Oh my god!
And then he says something like that, and I'm like, he is a human being, and part of that human being is a terrible person, and I approve Scott.
Good lord! Now, as far as cover art goes, this is pretty hard to beat.
Oh, hang on.
That is some solid cover art.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones did the fucking theme song.
He had to carry that movie because Sean Connery, the worst Bond of all time.
Get out of town.
So somebody arrived late and they mentioned the Blues Brothers. That was my number 2 or 3, by the way, just in case you want to go back and watch it.
It's true.
That was,
Cutthroat, for sure. Well, I don't need the CD. I've got it on vinyl.
That's right.
Urban Cowboy. Man, are you Googling this, Sean? What are you doing?
That's a good Western one for sure.
We're going to get Rhinestone Cowboy. What are we doing here?
Oh, man.
Oh, holy
Cowboy
cow.
Way. That's another
one. That movie, man.
Fucking Evangelisa coming in with a banger. Harley
That movie
Davidson.
is so bad, it's good.
Marlboro
I love
Man.
that fucking movie.
That
Harley
is-
Davidson,
that-
the Marlboro Man,
Oh yeah,
the Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke and
Pre-op.
Don.
and Crockett.
Yeah, Don Johnson.
There it is.
John Johnson.
But yeah, I mean, but then you watch Tango and Cash and go, I see what they were trying to do. They're trying to do this, which is way better. But yeah, wow, that's a cult classic for me right there. And hell, I'd take a 1/12 scale figure of these.
Remember, it took place in the far off future of 1999.
Oh shit.
So far in the future, I don't know what it looks like.
Eric, I'm sorry that I timed
What?
you out.
Why did you do
randomly.
that?
Well, at least I'm telling him. Sorry, Eric. Miskeyed on that thing.
you need to fix it?
Goodness.
I don't know if we can or if Mikey has to do it through
Might
the
happen on
settings tab.
Yeah, Mikey's
Yeah.
still
Sorry, Eric. I was so excited. Snap, crackles, and pops at no extra charge. Mike and I had a really good conversation about vinyl, actually.
Yeah, I can't do it on my end, Mikey. You've got to do it.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
The Firefox.
Yeah, but I actually like the snap, crackles, and pops. That's why new music sounds like shit, but old music, that's how it's supposed to sound.
because it records shit out of human hearing. Scott Hughes knows this, but this is Dark Scott 2025.
Yeah, we're all doing dark shit this year.
We're all going dark here, man.
Yeah, we're all going dark. Yep, sure are. We're all going down that road for the first time ever.
I'm gonna burn your fucking house down.
Openly embracing the shit for a lot of this.
So I'm going to say it. Aliens. That score was great.
The music doesn't stand out to me.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm sure it was good. You know, it was like with like background kind of music. I mean, okay, Prometheus fucking sucked, but you know, it was a good score.
Parts of Prometheus sucked. Not all of it.
The whole
Parts.
fucking movie sucked.
The CGI
Visuals, okay, the visuals, there was good visuals on it. I'll give you that. So good visuals, it had good sound. Everything story related was
fucking garbage. Holy shit! Jesus Christ!
And
just what the fuck
it was Jeff. It was so beautiful. I really wanted to love that fucking movie, and I fucking couldn't.
Dude, I was so a defender of that film. I'm like, just give it a chance, and you're like, yeah.
You Could Be Mine.
The hell is the Karen Mater?
That. You know what I mean. You know
That
what
must
I
be the
mean.
What kind of Temu shit are we talking about here?
I just said it in the chat earlier. I was watching that SNL skit when it was Toonces, was the Toonsinator, the driving cat. They had Edward Furlong and Sarah Connor. Linda Hamilton was in there. Oh my God, that fucking skit was so goddamn funny. Yeah, Mr. Redacted is agreeing with you when Ripley's driving the APC. The score rocks.
Yeah.
Kaiju, no one said Return of the Living Dead yet, but that's a good one.
No, there really hasn't been much horror other than the Halloween movies, I think.
Ooh, more negativity coming out of Scott Hughes. We see that music brings out the dark side in Scott. New music sucks because there's no money in musicianship anymore. When it takes 10K downloads to make $1, there's no incentive. Artists at least use to get around $2 for every CD sold. Now, I said he's negative. It's truth.
He's factual.
It's factual. It just hurts.
It does.
See, but the funny thing about that is that I'm a big fan of the punk rock, and that's how it's always been. They've never fucking made money. You know what I mean? Like, NoFX like made the most because they were like the most prolific. But like besides that, yeah, fucking used to it. And like punk rock is still punk rock. That's what I like about it. The end.
Yeah.
Tony, hi.
Batman Forever is
Batman Forever's, it's pretty good.
Yeah, awesome.
But is
Are we
it
talking
better than the
awesome?
TV show? Because this is some delightful sounds.
Wham! So good.
God damn it,
Do the Bat Juicy. Goofy.
Yeah, exactly, Min Joseph. He's not trying to kill us. He just wants to drive us.
Can we ban
Well,
headcanon?
I still don't think we should have let the cat drive.
Can we ban headcanon right now?
I mean, I still like headcanon.
Hmm.
In fact, we
I've
have
never seen
to
that.
duel because he also in 3PA won the first trivia round or game. So then I won the second one. So now, yeah, we need to. I think there's 2 more to be played, and then it'll be a grand championship tournament.
Grand Champ.
Grand Turismo Championship.
Oh,
Bloodsport. Movie is shit. The soundtrack is awesome. Oh, View to a Kill, man. Duran and that one. Yeah. CTC.
Also, we're all assholes. Nobody brought up brought up Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Yep.
that's a pretty good.
Solo alone.
That's a pretty good soundtrack.
Gosh, I mean, yeah, favorite soundtrack for driving. It's a mix, man. Actually, you know, driving, oddly enough, Sheryl Crow. I really like Sheryl Crow for when I'm driving, and Creedence.
I listen to Weezer. Like, I start with the Blue Album, and I go as far as I can with their music library. UHF, that was another banger of a soundtrack flick, but I mean, you know, UHF is silly.
What are we saying here? Fire, Acid, Lead, Track, View to a Kill. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a combination of words, HGC. You definitely
Those are some words that people say.
Drive.
Yeah. Well, you gotta highlight Kaiju Kitty's fucking comment about aliens there. Big truth.
Well, there you go.
Big truth.
Yeah. Ooh, Empire Records, Tony.
Oh,
Yep.
fuck. I love that movie.
I agree.
You know what? I'm going to say it. Apparently there's sequels to this, but the first Shrek movie soundtrack.
No idea.
All right.
Okay. It had like Smash Mouth on it and whatnot.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I think.
No, I go all the way up until their most recent stuff. Like, I am a huge Weezer fan. Weezer and Green Day are how I learned how to play guitar when my hands could play guitar. And, man, I loved it. I loved Weezer. I still do. I love Weezer and Green Day. Like, I mean, Green Day can fuck off as far as I'm concerned these days, is whenever they open their mouth and talk about shit. But I mean, I like their music.
I did at one point, for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm bringing back I'm a Believer. The Monkees, man. Yeah, I watched the shit out of the Monkees.
Yeah,
it is.
Neil Diamond wrote that song.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
And if you like the Beatles, Hard Day's Night.
Across the Universe, that's another great soundtrack. It's all Beatles songs, so there you go. You guys ever see that?
I never saw that.
Nope.
Great fucking movie.
Cadillac Records is an excellent soundtrack as well.
Yes.
It's a fantastic movie.
8 Mile.
8 Mile is a pretty good soundtrack.
Dewey Cox. Just because.
Definitely, dude. Let's Duet. Are you kidding me? Killer song.
Well, and then Walk the Line.
Definitely walk. Jeff didn't used to walk the line earlier.
Knowns, Ed Cannon, Rock and Roll High School.
One for me that nobody's mentioned that is on my list, Detroit Rock City.
I never saw that.
That movie it's fun, but there are some really good covers on Detroit Rock City, like Pantera, Cat Scratch Fever, fire.
Pantera?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever heard that.
Very good.
Shit, I'm waiting for Scott Hughes to jump in and shame me for not hearing that.
What was that movie about? Obviously Detroit.
Kids. No, well, not really. No, it's about kids that try to get tickets to a Kiss concert, and they end up doing some unsavory things to like get them, and then they get up there and they kind of get screwed out of them, and it's a pretty entertaining movie, but the covers in it, like Marilyn Manson does Highway to Hell. There is Thin Lizzy does Jailbreak. There's some really good covers on the record. It's very good.
And Nico, yes, Kiss does indeed fucking blow.
That's not true. They don't have any woodwinds or brass instruments.
Will Whitman.
Woodwinds.
Dangerous Minds. We're okay. So we're gonna keep going for a few hours on this. So I'm running on fumes.
I think it's time to wrap it up.
Need to wrap that up. And yeah, guys, thanks for throwing out some bangers, because I knew as we were going on the fly on this one, I'm like, okay, we need to do this at the end if you two, were okay with it, because I was like, I know that's going to spark all kinds of rabbit trails that we're going to go down. So
and Scott,
guys, bangers, guys. You threw out a lot of shit. Again, over time, I can read, I can do research. I was looking through playlists, but I mean, stuff rotates in and out. There's a lot of stuff I forgot about.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And yes, Wayne's World. Yep. Alice Cooper's Feed My Frankenstein. Steve Vai. You're talking about Steve Vai, by the way. Scott Hughes again. Rabbit Trail. Crossroads with Ralph Macchio is a fantastic fucking movie, and Steve Vai did all the guitar. So yeah, Ralph Macchio's part. I mean, duels with the devil against him, Steve Vai. Well, the devil's pick to fight Ralph Macchio in a duel, a guitar duel.
Fuck Ralph Macchio.
Sure. I mean, I fucking hate Tom Cruise, but I like his movies.
Yeah, same. I don't like Ralph Macchio or Ralph Macchio at all.
Macchio or Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Karate Kid soundtrack. See now, Ralph Macchio. So yeah, hell, is it on my channel next week? Maybe, I don't know.
It's on Mikey's.
No, it's on mine now. Zach's you're next week.
Zach is next week. Yep.
Yep, and we will sit there. We've got some picks for what we're going to do next week.
Yeah.
So, chat again. Awesome, Ferris Bueller. Yeah. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. It's been a lot of fucking fun for the first show of 2025. Oh man, The Lion King. My wife beat the crap out of me as I was singing In the Jungle in the beginning of that fucking movie. As far as like plugs for what I got going on, man, this was it. This week was fucking wild, man. Legend series stream, Monday Night Raw. We were on 3POA. So yeah, man, I have no idea what time is. It feels like Christmas was 30 years ago and it was last fucking week.
Next Tuesday, the three of us are going to be on a show. I can't remember the show's name.
So stay tuned. Watch the socials.
Yeah, Matthew Matson. It's his stuff. I can't. What the fuck is the name of the show? I'm sorry, guys.
They're good.
Not really. But so catch everybody on Monday nights. These two will probably be there, and I'll be kicking kids downstairs. If you want to watch some video gaming, I'm going to postpone what I'm doing. So probably in 2 weeks from now, I'm going to start up the Twitch channel. So if you want to come and hang out with me during the day, yeah, no, just great job, Jeff. I'm going to be playing some video games and getting some opinions from people on games that we're playing. Talking about toys is coming back. That's where I, do my reviews, but I don't call it reviews, where I talk about an action figure I try to keep it under 15. Think that's it. Mikey, what you got?
By the way, sorry I banned you, Eric. I'm glad you're back. Sorry about
it. Good. Yeah. I don't have any extras this week to my knowledge. We'll see what next week brings. You can count on Figure It Out Thursday night.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
More music.
And we'll choose a new theme, and we'll let you know as soon as possible, because we'll figure it out. Big Z, what you got?
Just did it. No, I did. I went first. I'm good.
Okay.
I got nothing planned. Monday, of course. This coming Monday, Will I be on Rod? Will Mikey be on Rod? Will Jeff? Who knows?
I don't know. We should all.
And I
watch
don't
Peanut.
care. Jerk asked me to be on. I will be on. I told him we can wait till last minute. Mikey said the same thing. We're there to help out anytime he needs me. So regardless if I'm on there or not, I'll still be in the chat moderating. So definitely check those guys out, just like you would Thursday on the Mega Powers tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
It's accurate. Well, on that note, we'll see you next week. And until then, you have a good one, okay? We're going to figure it out.
Cue the music.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Eat my short.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Flush that turd down the drain.
Avenge me! Avenge me!
Thank you. Thank you.